Class, good morning. Please take your seats. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the sponsor of today's video, Petal. There may not be serious thought to establishing your credit, but it's vital for a lot of future investments. Buying a plot of land, purchasing a car, perhaps a fancy yacht if the dice roll in your favor. All these things will require healthy credit, and what better way to start than with a card that wants you to make wise decisions? Petal has partnered with WebBank member FDIC to issue this Visa card to its users. Look at this demo card they gave us to show you. Note how sleek and firm its design is, the card carrier able to use it with confidence. Most credit card companies want you to spend and rack up fees, but not Petal. They want you to pay on time. An escalating cashback rewards program, well, awards you, for example, with 1.25% cashback with 6 months of on-time payment and 1.5% for a year of doing so. Their mobile app is on the cutting edge as well. It allows you to manage your spending, link your financial accounts for fast comparisons, and predicts your interest rate for future months. Variable APR rates range from 15.24% to 26.24%. Petal requires no credit to start out, and you can see if you're pre-approved for a card with a quick and easy application process on their website. Check out the future of credit. Go to petalcard.com/utree today to find out more. That's Petal with a T. PETAL card.com/utree. Don't put off getting a head start on establishing your credit. Take it from this old chap. Now that we have that out of the way, welcome to How to Destroy a Career 101. Today's subject is Martavis Bryant. Once a man who had the world at his oyster and the potential to make millions of dollars to catch a football. Nowadays, the only thing he may be catching are papers to file for unemployment. Let's begin with his story fresh out of Clemson, coming off a career year for the Tigers and projected to be a mid-round pick. A very raw specimen, but if molded properly, Martavis could become one of the brightest stars in this league. Bryant is selected by the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team of excellence and a reputation for developing wide receivers in the middle rounds. Such a perfect match. Martavis immediately makes a splash in the Steel City by being the impact deep threat that the organization needed. The promise that he shows after being unlocked halfway through the season is apparent. Look at how he burns through these secondaries like a wick through candle wax. Time can only make him stronger.
Smoke weed every day.
And then comes his major weakness in the drugs. You see, Martavis had a penchant for enjoying the wonders of cannabis, a drug that is disallowed by the NFL. Not that I'm against a dance or two with Mary Jane, they are still the rules. Fortunately, only his first strike, a 4-game suspension. Everyone makes mistakes, we can let this one slide. Bryant once again flashes his supreme potential as a legitimate wideout in his sophomore season. Even with being a marquee deep threat, the hopes of him developing a short-range game would make him into one of the deadliest receivers in all the land. With the mistakes of the past behind him, of course.
Smoke weed every day.
Alas, he has fooled us twice. This time it robs him of a full season of play and creates a most unpleasant reputation. Martavis can't stay on the field due to his own actions. Even with him coming back the next year, it was obvious that Bryant just wasn't the same. He was failing to develop any other aspects of his receiving game. In fact, he may have regressed from his earlier promise. In this situation, you may look to find answers from within, but Bryant chooses to go on the offensive and bite the hand that feeds. May he demand a trade due to his inability to thrive in the Steelers' offense. Scratch that he's talked with Tomlin and he's cool. For about a week. Bryant immediately criticizes the new kid on the block in Juju Smith-Schuster. He was stealing the spotlight. He took what rightfully belonged to him. He even had a social media presence. The nerve of such a young man. The trade demands were back on. He wants to be the guy despite a massively disappointing season. Our prodigal son eventually gets his wish by being traded to the Oakland Raiders for a 3rd-round pick that offseason. They still see potential in Bryant, a great foil for Amari Cooper. Think of the possibilities.
Smoke weed every day.
This is when the Raiders fear he failed a 3rd drug test. At a lackluster camp and a looming suspension, and Martavis is suddenly out of the league entirely. And then brought back in as he's apparently not getting suspended anymore. Only then the football gods deliver a far more painful punishment than suspension. Ineffectiveness and injury. A PCL tear ended his season prematurely, with any future career in serious jeopardy.
Smoke weed every day.
Probably got high of whatever was left of it anyway. Another indefinite suspension. For Martavis, there may never be another chance left to roll secondaries into a blunt. This is a truly wasted talent. He strayed away from striding on the grass to being content with merely smoking it. As such, his career and the potential millions he could have earned if he stayed clean are also up in smoke. May we lament such a self-imposed tragedy. I expect the 3-page paper on this topic completed for tomorrow. Class dismissed.